Somebody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so in the last video I decided that I'm taking this other 50cc scooter I have and gonna do a build with it with a 150 GY6 motor. I already have the motor over there pulled out of a slingshot scooter thing we built a long time ago, and I decided I kind of want to do like a 180 big bore kit and a few things like that, but that's besides the point right now, because I decided before I pull this 139 QMB 50cc motor out of this moped that I'm gonna do a few basic things that I kind of want to make videos of before I thrash another stock scooter, because I don't have any more stock scooters. I only have the tandem, which is GY6 150, my scooter, which is GY6 150, and then I have the 89 build, which is 2-stroke, and then the stroker build. But this is my only stock 4-stroke scooter. So one important video I always want to do, because there's so many comments where people are asking questions about their moped and problems that they have and everything like that, where I try to answer a lot of. There's like 3 things that you need to really look for when you can't find out why your moped can't start. If you're getting fuel, if you're getting spark, if you're getting air. If you're getting fuel, if you're getting spark, if you're getting air. I'm gonna go over a few of the steps today on this thing, kind of showing you guys like troubleshooting and stuff I would do if my moped was not starting. So I can't answer every single question in this video exactly why your moped is not starting, but I can lead you in the right direction where you'll know either it's electrical, either it's a fuel line issue, gas tank, fuel filter, or maybe your scooter's not breathing at all and you need to pull off the air box. You need to try a few things like that to troubleshoot. It could also be timing. If everything's intact, it could always be something like your timing's off. There's a bunch of causes, but at least this will shoot you in the somewhat right direction. So last time I messed with this scooter, first problem, this will be, what are you doing, bro? Get over here. Like the basic first thing I would look for. So you come up to your scooter and you go to turn the key. Alright, so it looks like it has some power, right? So we got the brake pulled in, kill switch is on, key is turned. I see that the clutch is getting a little bit of power, but not enough, right? Okay. Well, you can always kickstart it. So we'll see. Try a couple kickstarts. Kickstart's not working. That could be a few things. I could try starter fluid, spray it in the carb, take off the intake, and then try it like that. But first things I'm gonna do, instead of sitting here and keep kicking it, is I'm gonna hook up a battery jumper that I have. I got this a couple years back from Adu. They gave it to me to try out in a video, and this thing has been nothing but useful. I actually keep this usually in my car because it's jumped my car 100 times. Like, it's jumped everything project-wise that I use it for every time we're working on something in the garage, because we always have batteries dying. So, hook all that up. Green light, should be good. Let's try. Still nothing. So this moped has it where there was a fuse here and it looks like someone took it out. I don't know if we did that or someone else, but this is like the main point right here. This is usually where your fuse would be, but someone deleted the fuse on this. So, all right, so I just put a new crimp on it. Let's see if that does anything for us. Okay, well, what could that be? Well, during the removal of that, I literally just remembered why I hate these Chinese mopeds and how everything on them breaks. It has no give, like, it just like cracks, like, look at that. It just like cracks. And then you got this Honda plastic up here. And it's like, it's completely bendable. Like, I'm actually like pulling this apart, look at that. No cracking at all. Like, you can like put these plastics on like 10 times. They obviously break, it's broken right here, but like, it's like the play and the give in it is different. This Chinese crap just like falls apart. If you're watching this video and the title is to help you with the 4-stroke Chinese scooter, it's probably because you have one. If you have the money, I highly suggest buying something Yamaha or Honda or something like that's quality, because these things are just cheap and just like, obviously there's so many problems. I think the starter button might be broke actually. everything apart up here. It wasn't the switch. I tested that. I unplugged the actual key ignition, and it still didn't start. So I'm not sure why it's not starting up here. It's kind of confusing, but I'm able to jump it here. All right, well, we're gonna go through the rundown. I'm gonna show you guys right now. So first thing we're gonna do is check spark. That's easy. You pull the plug. We're gonna go ahead and check this to start it off. Basically what we're looking for is a little spark in there. Shall we see? We shall. Alright, so we're getting spark. So we're gonna go ahead and pretend that the plug's probably at least good enough to get started. We know we got spark. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pull this whole air box off. I anticipate I'm doing a pretty good build with this one. With the kit wise, I want to get a real solid kit. I want it to last. It's just expensive, so right now I'm trying to focus on finishing the elites. Alright. Box off. Checking the fuel filter. It looks like there's fuel in there. So, doesn't mean it's fully getting fuel, but there's fuel in the fuel filter, so that's a good sign it is. It's a living hell. Oh, she was happy for a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull this carb off and clean this carb really good. I'm thinking it's something carb related or petcock, but it looks like it's getting enough fuel in the filter. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull this carb off and clean this carb really good. I'm thinking it's something carb related or petcock, but it looks like it's getting enough fuel in the filter. Pretty sure it's full. Yeah, it's full. So I'm going to say it's a dirty carb. But we checked spark, we took the airbox off and it started running a lot better. So it's obviously starving for something. So I'm going to go ahead and clean out the carb, which basically we just take the bottom off. You got to take the cable off, get some, I use carb cleaner, spray it through the jets, and that should be the issue. Starter issue, I don't know what it could be. I haven't really fully went through the wiring yet. It could be something that's unplugged. It could be maybe the solenoid. I am like completely jump starting going past the solenoid. So it might just be the solenoid. I'm pretty much just connecting power through it. So pretty straightforward. You just undo the throttle cable, undo this one screw, and then you're gonna have your choke, your auto choke plug to unplug. Sometimes this drain line down there is plugged in. Not sure if this one is. Looks like it is. Should be a 10 mil or an 8. Answer some of my questions right there. I just unplugged this fuel line. It has fuel in the filter, and it's literally barely coming out of this line. So I think that filter might be clogged. Look at that. It should be dumping out the filter right now. It's gonna be a good idea to clean the carb out because we're already here. We just gotta take out the bottom of it. These Phillips head screws, they strip easy, so I suggest putting a lot of down pressure when you're taking these off. These screws sometimes, man. You do not want to strip these. These suck when they strip, so just putting a lot of pressure. Cracking them loose. Can't see it, but I got cleaned out. Ideally, my favorite way to do it was with an air compressor, and you put the needle on it and blow right through it, and you can burst through a bunch of stuff. But I don't have an air compressor hose right now, so can't do it that way. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the jet and then put these back in. What I just did to help push it through too is I took a wire and I pulled it back. I cut it back super far and took the strands apart and ran like a single strand through the jet itself, like so. Took a single strand because it's really fine, the hole that's in there, and ran it through the jet. Alright, car's back in. I took out the fuel filter for now because I don't have another one, so we'll see if that's the problem. Alright, well, the starter solenoid was definitely the problem before. This was the one off the scooter stock. I took this one off the slingshot scooter, and now easy enough. I can hook the switch back up now, but hold on, let me try. Well, she's running, boys. So last thing I did was change out the start sunlight, which helped me able to use it from here. But it's still starting when I was skipping it before. So it was definitely, I had a problem with the quad carburetor, and it's not getting good fuel delivery. I still made a new fuel line. This one's like really small, short, so it's pink, but that's definitely an issue. All right, boys. Feeling good or not? But there you go. That's my way of how I would diagnose your scooter if you ran into an issue. This was a conclusion on just a few situations that you can check on why your 50cc scooter might not be running. Like I said, there's a bunch of options. It could be something involving timing. It could be a fuel issue, fuel not getting to the carb not breathing, jets are clogged. It could be electrical. It could be the CDI box not throwing spark right. It could be a bunch of things, but this will point you in the somewhat right direction that you should be testing it and how you should be going through. Obviously, once you get to wiring, you're going to be testing different ways, multimeters, and just a bunch of different. Hopefully this helps you guys. I'm going to be doing a lot with the scooter. I decided I'm going to do a few videos before I start taking this thing fully apart for the swap for the 180 kit. I'm going to do another wheelie video for the 50cc scooter guys. Maybe a little bit easier wheelies, maybe lighten the scooter up a little bit. I think I am going to take this apart and not run this because it just jingles around too much and makes a bunch of noise that I don't want. So I think I'm going to get rid of that and then still do the naked bar look like I have on this one. So I think I have to go that route again. But coming soon, another stunt scooter build, and it's going to be the 180cc. But you can go to the description and go to the MOPBOYZ website if you want to support the channel. Cop a sticker. I'm going to have a bunch of stuff on the site really soon, a bunch of new merch and everything like that. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.